So today we want to look at neural networks. Not continuing with calculus like last week, because I was given something else to handle. But probably the next time we shall handle calculus. So what are neural networks? Neural networks are, maybe it in this way that give it an input, it processes it into the output. It's like a human brain. So now we have single layer, we have two layer and so multi-layer neural networks. So a single layer neural network is like what it handles are inputs that have direct outputs. Let me say you can give it a direct mapping. This is the input, output is always direct. Let me say 1 less than 2. That gives a direct output. If you were to put it in binary notation, that gives you 1 here. So even in double layer neural networks, they're basically the same. They have input layers and output layers. Then you have multi-layer kind of functions that are, okay, those that require logical processing, yeah? Let me use an example of what? We've all handled the XOR, the XOR gate, yeah? We know that if it has an input of 1, 1, this gives a what? A 0. If it has a 0, 0, it also gives a 0. Which when you look at it, it doesn't make sense. It does, because you've heard about it. But if someone who has never heard of XOR is convincing, so now these functions are called nonlinear. These functions are not linear, they are nonlinear functions. So the concept of being linear means that, let me say, the input and output. Let me say for the AND gate, giving an example, comes out. This explains and I'm using an example. Let me say that AND gate. Both of them have to be what? True, to return 1. This returns a 0. Let me say 1 gate is 0, and the other is a 1. This also returns a 0, and also 0. This is a 0, yeah. So I'm going to try to separate them using a straight line. Those that return 0 and those that return 1. Okay? Let me draw a line. Yeah? Make this 0, this 1, this 1 along the x. So let me take this as our coordinates. Yeah? So 0, 0 is here. 0, 0. Then 0, 1 is here. Then 1, 0 is here. Whichever 1, 1 is around here. 1, 1. Here is that I can draw a straight line. I can separate these that return 0 and those that return 1. So, according to the AND gate, it's only this one that returns 1. So, let me see. I could give you another line anywhere. This one outputs 1. And then the ones inside will put 0. Yeah? But now for the XOR, it's it's not linearly separable. So now such a function that is not linearly separable, it requires some logical processing for it to execute. So multi-layered neural networks are the ones that handle functions that are what? Functions or problems that are not linearly separable. So, yeah. So you've seen these, okay, such examples of functions, even the greater than numbers greater than 1. This would be 1. 0, 2, 3. Just grabbing like 1 is a less than 1, is a greater than 1. So how do these neural networks work? Usually how do they learn? When you provide them an input and an output, that's how they learn. You keep adjusting their connections to make them more accurate, and next time provide them input that is, let me say, similar to what it had seen before. Yeah, so I don't know how much time I'm going to explain other concepts about weights, connections, the delta rod, well, it helps it like adjust its parameters, and also that's what I did propagation. It's all mathematics. I just wanted to introduce the concept of neural networks. We looked at the single layer, double layer, and multi-layer. Multi-layer, that's okay. You could look at a 3-layer. That middle layer is like a hidden layer. It's what interprets the input, gives it like instructions, or it records the input so that it makes sense when it's creating an output. Yeah? That was very it won't cause confusion. And that's it for now. So next time we shall look at the delta root and the delta general. Helps deal with connections, propagation, and weight adjustment.
Yes, I was saying we left 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
That's it for now. The rest will require more time because the derivation. The delta rho. It will take time because they are, and I call it mathematical symbols that prepare explanation.
Last time we looked at the z-score, that's how far the standard deviation is from the mean. Today we're going to use like quartiles, percentiles, and get to outliers. So quartiles. Why quartiles? We're trying to break data. What's a quarter? Is 1 out of 4, yeah? So we're breaking the data into partitions. We're going to